Hi, today I'm going to talk about MIDI slapping. If you do this, you need to go home and rethink your life. Lots of musicians out there, particularly those in the video game community, do remixes of their favorite songs. This is awesome. And it's one of the things I love the most about the video game community. But what goes into creating a remix exactly? Well, first you need some source material. You need to know the melody of the original song, and you need to know the basic chord progression, so you can make changes to that how you want to. Remixes are about taking a song and making it your own, by changing the arrangement to suit your own style, and adding your own parts, and changing little bits of the melody here and there. MIDI slapping is the opposite of this. Now before I go any further, I need to explain what MIDI is. MIDI is like digital note information. So if you have a MIDI file for a song, you have all the notes and chords and everything all laid out in a format that your computer can understand it. Many musicians use MIDI files as the basis for a remix. So you'll go find a MIDI file of a song and you'll drop it into your digital audio workstation of choice and then use that as your basis to build from. And that's okay. But MIDI slapping is when somebody goes and finds a MIDI file, throws it into their program, maybe changes a couple instruments, or maybe a few of the volume levels, exports that, and then calls it a remix. MIDI slapping in general goes against the entire purpose of a remix, which is taking a song and then rearranging it to suit your own style. There's no creativity or effort that goes into just dropping a MIDI file into your program and messing with a few of the sounds. And unfortunately, this is kind of common. And it's something I think really needs to stop. Something else I wanted to mention is a little bit closer to home for me. These MIDI files have to come from somewhere. Now, in rare situations, you might be able to rip a MIDI file directly from a game's soundtrack. Mostly in older games, you can actually find, if you look hard enough, you can actually find the MIDI files from the music, and you can get a perfect transcription from that. And that's a really good basis to work off of if you're trying to make a remix. But that's not usually the case. Most of the MIDI files you find on the internet have been transcribed by somebody. Someone has spent several hours working out the song note for note by ear, and then writing it out in MIDI format for other people to use. Speaking as a transcriber myself, I know what that's like. It can take hours to transcribe a simple song, but these people who sequence MIDI files like this don't usually get any credit for it. If you're working from a MIDI file, somebody's just taken several hours out of the process for you by transcribing the song so you don't have to. It's a very tough thing to do, and it takes a lot of skill and time and patience to be able to do it right. And I think that should be recognized. And again, I'm not saying that it's wrong to use MIDI files. The people who post these MIDI files online are doing so because they want their files to be used in these remixes. But if you're going to base a remix off of a MIDI file, please give the transcriber some credit. So I guess to sum this up, be creative. Take songs and make them your own. Put effort into what you do as a musician. And think of the people who transcribed these songs so that you didn't have to. This week's album of the week is Pixel Clash by General Offensive. He's a good friend of mine, and he does some amazing work. I first met him when he approached me about doing a remix of Lost Labyrinth from Sonic 4. He never fails to impress me, and he recently released this EP on Bandcamp. You can get it for free or donate to him. It's full of epic, heavy rock and chiptune mixed together. In fact, the song you're listening to right now was arranged by him. I sent him the MIDI file for my Ongaku concept outro, and he took that and made the song his own. So go check out his work because it is awesome and you will not regret it. I'll see you guys next week.